Are you ready for tomorrow? What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with Technical Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having a great Thursday. So just want to ask you guys, we definitely don't have to. I definitely don't want to if you don't want me to. But tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens, there is an economic report known as the PPI report. It is the same thing as the CPI, but it's on the producing side of things. So it is an inflation report. And this is going to be on Friday, December 9th, which is tomorrow. 1 hour before the market opens. It is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We do not have to go live, but if you prefer for me to go live, all I ask you to do is subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up on this video, and if this video gets over 1,500 likes before tomorrow, 1 hour after the market opens, or before the market opens, I'd be more than happy to host the live stream. I just want to make sure enough people show up. If you want me to host it, I'd be more than happy to. We'll go live. It's a free live stream. We see the market react. It's gonna be about 15, 20 minutes. Normally, people enjoy it. It's up to you guys. I get it. It's a Friday. You might want to be sleeping in, but you guys can let me know based off of how you react to this video. So expectation is an increase of 0.2%. Prior was an increase of 0.2%. Again, PPI is the producing price index. We've talked a little bit more about it for the past couple of days. If you guys haven't looked into it, you might be asking the question, well, why is PPI important if the entire market is focused on CPI? I do agree. CPI is the most important in when it's reported, right? Markets react instantly, and the CPI report is not until the 13th of December. So that's going to be next week, and we are going to be live streaming that. So make sure that you stay subscribed. But the PPI, you have to understand, you're not just an everyday person, right? You're an investor, or maybe you're a trader. Therefore, by you understanding that PPI, right, if we're seeing inflation increase or decrease on the producing side of things, it always trickles down to the consumer side of things, right? So if we see inflation go up very quickly with the producer price index, it makes sense that maybe in a couple of months, we'll see the consumer side go up, right? And the same thing, if we see on the producing side that inflation is actually going down, then it makes sense that we can potentially forecast inflation going down on the consumer side of things. If producers are experiencing some form of inflation increase or decrease, it always trickles down to the consumer because producers have to maintain some form of profit margin, right? So again, this is why it's important, because it gives you a better understanding of where the market could be going or where the inflation reports can be going on the consumer side of things for, up and coming reports. So NASDAQ market as of right now is in the green. It's up 0.25%. For those that are unaware, you guys can look a little bit more into it. Based off of overall stock market news, one of the things that caused the market to go up is one of the reports that was released today. The initial claims and continuing claims we talked about in our earlier video. There's a number of people, initial claims that just started filing for unemployment, and then continuing claims are the people that have continued to file for unemployment. They came in hotter than expected, which means that higher or a larger number of people filed for unemployment. Why would that cause the market to go up? Again, the Federal Reserve wants the economy to feel the pressure. If more people are filing for unemployment, that means more people are getting unemployed. That's good for the Federal Reserve because that means that the economy is slowing down, right? People are losing jobs and they want unemployment to be closer to the 4.1 to 4.3%. And based off of the last unemployment report, it was at 3.7%. I'm throwing a bunch of numbers at you, but I just want you to understand right now, bad news is good news and good news is bad news. Also, today marked the end of the 5-day red streak for the overall market. So that just added as a further positive catalyst. It looks like as of right now, markets are continuing to rise, especially with this up and coming PPI report. Just so you guys know, if we don't end up hosting this report will get released and it will have a major impact right away when the report gets released. So regardless if you tune into my video or not, if we end up going live, just for your own best interest, if you don't want to be affected by this report, then do something prior, right? You can always trade pre-market hours. This gets released 1 hour before the market opens, so then you have to make your decisions prior to that. I've been talking about this every single day leading up to this, just making sure that it gave you enough time to make the adjustments needed for you to feel more comfortable during this PPI report and then during the up and coming CPI report as well. Remember, no one knows exactly what's going to happen. Our job is not to predict the future. Our job is simply to prepare for it. And that's all I'm ever here to encourage you to do, right? To prepare always for worst case scenarios, especially if the market's still looking very inconsistent or choppy, right? Based off of what Jerome Powell said as of last week, it could be as soon as December where they can be less aggressive with their interest rate hikes. And I think that what we experience today or tomorrow, and then on the up and coming CPI data report will kind of depict that, right? We'll kind of determine if the Federal Reserve is more aggressive or less aggressive, and that's going to be on the 14th of December during that FOMC minutes meeting. So I'm very excited to follow up with that. So I wanted to remind you to not be afraid to take a step back and look at the overall lows and the overall highs of the NASDAQ market or whatever market it is that you're paying attention to. Sometimes traders get so confused of, hey, market's overbought, hey, market's oversold, but all they're doing is looking at the 1 minute or maybe even the 5 minute to try to have an understanding of market direction. But if you actually take a step back and look at the 1 hour or the day chart, you can see much larger range, right? And with these larger ranges, I think I can make more informed decisions of true market direction and not just market direction that is for a day, right? Especially if you're entering more swing trades, or if you wanted to enter a heavier position, then maybe being a little bit more informed on overall market direction, if it's overbought, oversold, how it's currently been trading, can be useful, right? Especially with larger trade positions. So as of right now, we're still trading below the moving average. We'll see tomorrow if we break above this moving average right around 286, and if so, the next resistance is going to be right around that 290 price point, and then we head to 295. But 295 has been a very common resistance level that we have not been able to break above, and we would need PPI to be lower than expected and CPI to be lower than expected for this thing to actually, I would say, blow through that 296 resistance level. But again, we have nothing but time. There's no reason that you should be entering trades that you can't tolerate. So just watch that position size, stay prepared. And again, sometimes one of the best positions that you can be is being cash, right? Not being in an open position, but waiting for the market to react. And if the market sells off, then you can take advantage of it. If the market begins to rally, you can take advantage of it. Again, the only people that freak out are the people that did not prepare. And if you force or hope for something to happen, that is not preparing, that is hoping, right? And hope is not a good way to approach the market. So if you have any questions, you guys know how to reach out to me. It's the first link in the description. That's via Discord, or send me a direct message via Instagram, and that's that third link in the description. I am verified on Instagram. That's my only interim account. I can promise you if you receive a message from any other account except for that verified one, I can promise you it's fake. And other than that, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every single morning, that's our Learn Plan Profit Group, and that's that second link down below. If you want to learn more about our giveaway, we're giving away all this and a PS5 and $2,000 cash. Click the fourth link in the description down below, and I'm using the Webull trading application. It is free for everyone in the US, and that is that fifth link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Make sure to drop a thumbs up if you guys would like me to host that PPI data report live stream 1 hour before the market opens. Like always, take care, team.